Hi there guys, this is DCRS here, and today I'll be doing a deck profile on my Tzolkin HERO or Synchro HERO, or however you want to call it. Basically, it's a spam Tzolkin first turn, and yeah, you pretty much know what goes on after that. So you pretty much, you summon Tzolkin, then you summon Crystal Wing or anything else that's pretty much relevant in the current state of the game. Since it'll be turn 1, you mostly go for either Tzolkin, you go to Tzolkin, and then you play Crystal Wing, and then you play you can either play Crystal Wing or Void Ogre. It's mostly those type of plays. Anyway, yeah, I've been playtesting this out. I made some minor edits after the video that you saw from my Tzolkin HERO duels. So this is kind of mix and match in a way. So yeah, you basically run free malicious in this. You need to. Diamond Dude, it's always a one-off. You don't always want to have this card in your hand, but then again, it can be good if you manipulate with the Plague Spreader play. And it's actually pretty good when you actually combo off with Pot of Desires, wink wink. So yeah, Pot of Desires plus Diamond Dude and Plague Spreader equals, yeah, draw 3 cards next turn and you don't banish. Pretty broken as hell. Also, Desires is not really that relevant in this, isn't really as a problem in this deck as you think, because, well, one off is probably a good amount. If you try and run more than one, I don't know. It's you can draw into Potter's Eyes pretty easily, but same time, trying to find some space in this deck is pretty hard. Anyway, 3 Armageddon Knights. Some people run 2, some people run 3. I run 3 because I want to draw it as soon as possible, and it's not bad if you draw 2 of it. It's not bad actually. You can just use it for the next turn and you can do plays. It's not that bad. Shadow Mist, some people run 2, some people run 3. I personally prefer, well, actually, I kind of tested both 2 and 3 out. 2 is actually a good number because you don't really abuse it as much. You mostly go into synchro plays quite often, so 2 is a good number. You can actually run 3 of it. It's your choice, but I run 2 of these because, well, I choose to run 2 of it, and yeah, I haven't had any problems with 3. But you don't really play it as much in a way. You mostly use your other summoning methods to summon other stuff. 2 Summon Monks. Summon Monks are alright. You don't always go into Summon Monks, but if you go into Summon Monk, then you go into Armageddon Knight, and then you send Malicious, I believe. If that's the word? No, you don't send Malicious, you send Plague Spreader. That's the combat play, yeah. Because if you have Malicious in your graveyard, when you summon Armageddon, you summon it out, and you have Plague Spreader on the field with Plague Spreader with Malicious, and then Malicious you synchro into an 8. Actually, wait, that's wrong. You can actually summon into an 8 if you want. It'll be a dark type of synchro monster, but it depends. Anyway, you can also go to Coral Dragon as well if you have the Armageddon Knight. So yeah, probably actually yeah, that was actually the better play. You go into if you have these 2 on the field with this. Basically, you have this plus this plus this plus this. You have 4 monsters on the field with just by using this card and the spell card in your hand. So it doesn't really matter. So if you open up Sun Monk and a spell card, you immediately go into a rank 6 play. There are so many level 6 plays. There's so many ways you can summon Tzolkin first, and it's not really that hard actually. It's very, very consistent, like I said in my description that I wrote in the Tzolkin duels. 2 allures. You don't really need 3. 3 is okay. It's pretty good. It allows you to draw into stuff, but I reckon 2 is the right number. 3 is like, it's weird. It's because 3 is like, it's okay in a way. You draw into your darks, but if you don't draw into darks, it's like really weird. And also, if you want to draw to your darks to banish it by using Illustrator, unless you have a dark in your hand already. But 2 is, I think, is the right number. 2 is pretty good. 1 Instant Fusion. I tried using 2. 2 is okay. 3 is like, why would you run 3? Yeah, you want to draw into an ASAP, but it's not one of your key combo cards. So I think 1 or 2 is enough. I'm trying out 1 at the moment, and I've had no problems with 1. I want to draw other stuff rather than the other Instant Fusion. So I think 1's a good number, because you don't want to always draw into this, but if you do, well, that's good. Free. Actually, no. I tried free Allure. Sorry, I tried free Hero Lives, but sometimes you don't want to draw into it. So two's a good number, and you only have like Shadow Mist here. You only have two Shadow Mist in your deck, so I think two Hero Lives is the right number. I think maybe depends. Sometimes three is a good number because you want to get your Shadow Mist at plays, and if you open up with Shadow Mist with Dark Law, and Crystal Wing is actually a pretty nasty combo in a way. Anti-search and anti-effect monsters, or you can go to Void Ogre and Dark Law, and that's like anti-spell and traps and searching. That's pretty good. Anyway, one Regeki, two Resonator Calls. Resonator Calls, pretty good card. I tried playing free at one point. I just found that free is a bit. Yeah, you want to draw into your red Resonators as soon as possible, but I just found out that free's kind of cloggy. In a way, you don't want to draw into it. You want to draw into other stuff instead. So I think three red Resonators and two Resonator Calls is probably the best number, in my opinion. And also, if you play part of community, you can always just if you use part of the community. Wow, part of the Zeiss. If you can banish, even if you banish one of your Resonators, you still have one left in. You still have two left in deck, unless you banish two and you have one left in deck. So it's a good number. Or you banish a red Resonator. So you pretty much have 5 targets to banish off Pot of Cupidity. Man, that's a tongue twister. And it's a pretty good number in a way. So yeah, I like it. I like Pot of Cupidity. Pot of Cupidity. I keep saying it. Pot of Eyes, TCG. Pot of Cupidity. Pot of Cupidity. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Pot of Cupidity. Wait, Pot of Eyes. Damn it. Okay, Pot of Eyes in the TCG name. Sorry, a bit of tongue twist. I confused myself. Anyway, free Destiny draw. It's needed for Malicious and also Diamond Dude, depending on how you banish it. And also, if you banish it off if you banish it off Desires, it's not that bad. Soul Charge, it's a good card. Lure Darkness, God. No, Upside Goblin. I run Upside Goblin just for more draw power, and it's not really that bad in a way. You can probably exchange Upside Goblin for, I don't know, another Hero Lives or another Infusion or however you want if you don't run Upside Goblin. I just run it because I want to draw into my other stuff, and if I set it with, what's the name, Tzolkin, I can just summon another Synchro Dragon and just activate it, and then I get a free draw later on. So yeah, it's worth the free 1,000. Oh, free 1,000 to your opponent. Trust me. Oops. 1 Foolish Burial, 2 Mass Change. Freeze. I tried free at one point. It's just I think 2 is the right number as well. You don't always want to use your heroes as often. It's mostly a synchro-based hero deck, or synchro Destiny hero deck, I should say. So yeah. 2 Twin Twisters. Some people run MSTs. I run Twin Twisters because in case I draw into my Malicious, I can always just discard it later. I can always just discard it with Twin Twister during my Pwn Stone. And also, if I have a Void Ogre Dragon on the field, it makes this go Void Ogre. If I have one card in my hand, it makes Void Ogre go live as well. So it's pretty good. 2 Twin Twisters I think is really good. As you see, I put a lot of thought into this deck. So yeah. 1 Bulbous Trap Hole, 1 Vanity's Emptiness, and the Solemn Trio. Some people run 3 strikes. Actually, no, not many people run 3 strikes anymore. 2 and 1 is actually a good number. Some people run Treacherous Trap Holes and also other stuff as well, but for traps. But I chose to run the Solemn Trio and stuff. So yeah, it's a good number. Anyway, on to the extra deck. Some people run Anki as well for Master Hero, just to let you know. I did try Anki out, but I never really got it as often. And if I do, I would just summon out another Dark Law. So yeah, it's not that bad, but Anki is kind of a hit and miss in this deck. You don't have to run Anki; it's optional, but you can run it. So I run 2 Dark Laws for the Master Hero targets, and Norden for the Instant Fusion target, only target. 1 Tzolkin, Ultimate Tzolkin, 1 Beals. Some people don't run Beals. I personally like Beals in this deck because it gives you more targets. You don't have to run Beals if you don't want it. It's a pricey card, yes. But instead of running Beals, you can swap it out for Leo, actually. You can actually run Leo in this deck. I've seen so many times I can actually go into Leo a lot often that it's really, really good. And it's a 3100 beat stake that can't be targeted until your main phase 2. So it's really, really good. But you don't have to run Beals. You can probably run other XYZs or... Actually, no, you can swap this out for an Anki if you want. It's your choice. I just run it because I can choose to run it, and Anki's not really optional. Well, actually, no, I keep saying Anki. The extra deck is really cloggy, so be aware of what you're gonna put in. So yeah, but Void Ogre Dragon is kind of one of the needed cards for this deck because it allows you to negate stuff pretty easily if you have no cards in hand, and you do have no cards in hand quite often. I hate people top decking Regeki. It is so annoying. So yeah, because Regeki is the only out to this field, and yeah, if you have a Void Ogre Dragon, that's good. If you don't, well, it happens, and yeah, it's not good. Trust me, your field will be defenseless in no time. One Clearwing Synchro Dragon, you need it with the Tzolkin plays. So these Tzolkin and these two cards are your MVPs. So these three are the most important cards in your deck. So yeah. Also, I run one Omega. You can run Omega if you want to. It's kind of a pricey card at the moment, but Omega is worth it at one. If it does get limited, like it did in OCG, you can still run in this deck, which you don't really care if it's a 2 or 1, to be honest. As I only play one in the deck, and I only ever go for one, and I can recycle my other synchro stuff if I've used it again. Also, I can recycle one of my other stuff. I can probably recycle a soul charge or no, not Destiny Draw. Hero Lives, maybe, depending if I have another Shadow Mist in the deck or any other stuff. So yeah, Omega's pretty good. That's why it's very pricey at the moment. Coral Dragon, you need it in this deck. It's one of your most MVP cards. Without it, you can probably get away, kinda get away, with Stardust Charge Warrior. If you have two of these, it's a budget card. So if you don't have a Coral Dragon, you can choose to run another Charge Warrior if you so want to. But you need Coral Dragon in this deck. It's very, very important. And yeah, one Stardust Charge Warrior. Yeah, these two are your MVPs of your level 6 synchros. You need them in this deck if you want to play Synchro Heroes. Utopia and Utopia the Lightning. These cards are now legal in my country, finally. I've been waiting on this card so long I couldn't play it because everything at in my country, Australia, everything, because I play Euro regions, I play in the Euro type of region, and this card's not legal yet. It's only illegal in America before it was released in the Dark Illusion Special Edition, but I haven't got it yet, which is really disappointing. That's why I haven't done an actual live deck profile of it, of this deck yet, because I'm missing quite a bit of cards in this. And oh, by the way, I do have a Potter's Eye, so I do have one of those, so I'm really lucky. I'm not playing anymore because I don't have it. I don't have any more copies of Potter's Eye, so if I do get more, I'll probably play it in other decks, or I can just swap it out for a different way. Anyway, for a different deck. Anyway, I've been talking too long for this. But yeah, you need this. It's one of your... Well, some people don't run Utopia and Utopia Lightning. I can see why, because you don't have much space. But Utopia Lightning is your other rank 4 outs to high big beat sticks. Beat sticks. Wow, that's a tongue twister type of boards. So if you verse null a 3k beta that you can't get over, or I don't know, a level 4000, level 9, whatever, I don't know, high level with 4000 more attack, your Utopia Lightning is another way to get around it, and it's an Amades as well. So yeah, you can make this in this deck is really, really easy as well. So if you think Tzolkin was easy, this is actually not that bad, because yeah, you can use it with some of my plays as well. One Castell, kind of one of the important rank 4 plays. Not many people run Diagesso Emerald. I actually run it because I can actually recycle my stuff. If you don't have Diagesso Emerald, you can replace it for I don't know. You can place it for another Synchro or another Xyz of your choice, or you can run Anki as well if you don't have it. If you have all the other cards, probably switch one of these cards you don't have for an Anki, except for the MVP cards. You need the MVP cards in this deck. And one Dweller. Dweller is your important rank 4 plays as well. But yeah, other side deck cards I can choose, well, not side deck, but these are my optional cards I chose to run. I've tested this out. So as I said before, Shadow Mist, you can run free, but I chose to run 2. Dark Refer is a pretty good card. It's important, but not that important because I don't like drawing Dark Refer as often. Yes, it's good if you play with Summoner Monk, but I don't. It's a one-off. You don't really need any more of this card. I personally didn't really need Dark Refer in this deck. It's optional. You don't have to run it. It's good and yet it's okay, I suppose. But it's optional. If you don't have the card, its card's actually going up in price just recently because of Dark Synchros. Not this type of Synchro deck for Hero Synchros. Another deck which is like it can pretty much make strong plays on turn 1 depending on how good you draw. But yeah, Dark Refer, you can only choose to run 1 this, but you have to run 3 and if you're playing Dark Synchro deck, not this deck, but the Dark Synchro deck. This is in combo with Pilgrim's in combo with Beatrice. You can make Beatrice in this deck, but I chose not to because I don't think it's necessary in this deck, and I prefer to run other cards rather than Beatrice instead. Because Beatrice it's good. You do use it to send your Malicious if you have any more, or Plague Spreader or anything else, or Shadow Mist or something like that, depending. But I don't think Beatrice is that necessary, unless it's like you have lots of options. Here's what I think. Beatrice is good in decks that allows you to give more options, but if you only use it for one time only, it's okay. It's okay, I suppose, but at the same time, it's a waste of going to rank 6. But if you can make another Destiny Hero plays, it's okay, I suppose. But you don't have to run Beatrice if you don't have it. Anki, as I said, you can probably swap out one of these cards, except for the MVP cards, you need the MVP cards. So you can swap it out for an Anki. As I said, Leo, you can run Leo. This is more of a side deck card, which I saw in another deck that topped recently. He sided this card, and I was like, huh, that's actually not that bad. You can also run this in your deck as well, but you don't have any pendulum monsters, so that's the downfall of this. If you're running the extra deck, it's like a 14 card extra deck, so I prefer just starting it if you're versing pendulums. Goyo Guardian is okay. Oh, also you can bring it out with you can actually bring it out with Tzolkin, but only if you're versing pendulums. Otherwise it's a dead card in your extra deck. Goyo is another level 6 card you can actually play in your extra deck. So yeah, if you don't have Charge Warrior, actually you kind of do need Charge Warrior. It's not that expensive as well. So Charge Warrior is pretty easy to get. You can probably replace Digestor or something like that for the Goyo Guardian as well. Goyo Guardian is not that expensive. Rafflesia, you can probably run it in combo with Balmer's Trapple and stuff like that. We're Trapple type of cards, but I don't have any room, and if I do run it, it's okay, but I prefer running a Trap Tricks deck instead. As I said, Lure Darkness, you can choose to run 2 or more. Instant Fusion, yeah, as I said before. Hero Libs, you can choose to. Product Computer or Product Desires, you can choose to run as many as you want. And try to Trapple if you can. So yeah, this is my deck profile on the Hero deck, the Hero Synchro or Tzolkin Heroes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you guys next time. Bye.